Hi Pisces, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. So I'm going to pull you an additional guidance card before I shuffle the rest of the deck. One card for Pisces, that just came out, the whole deck here. The New Life card. Love this card. This sort of, if some of you have been feeling quite down, quite sluggish, quite tired, the New Life card is like this burst of spring. This burst of new vitality potentially here, Pisces. So very beautiful card. I'm going to see how this is going to manifest for you, but when I pull the New Life card, I always have the most fantastic week. Just want to say that the energy of enthusiasm and all that beautiful soul energy starts to break through. So give me 6 cards for the sign of Pisces, please, for the week ahead. Hermit behind you. A bit of deep reflection here going on, Pisces. Your opposite sign, remember, Virgo. Always what you're here to integrate. The Justice card as the gift. The challenge is the Hanging Man, which is your card, okay? Knight of Pentacles in your relationships. 4 of Cups. Ace of Swords. So you're ending the week with the gift of clarity, but you're beginning the week in a very, very deep reflective energy, which is the Hermit. Seeking some guidance, some of you might be, about the way forward. Sometimes with that Hermit card, I always feel there's been a huge juggling process, a juggling of decisions, and trying to seek some guidance and a bit clarity about the next step, okay? The Justice card is the gift. So if some of you have been dealing with some legal situation, it came up the right way round, which means this is obviously working in your favour. Some of you might be seeking legal advice about something. That's what the Justice card represents. It also represents reaping what you've sown, which is the only governing principle, is we all reap what we sow, okay? Give me a minute. What's the Justice card about for Pisces, please? Okay. One card, please. Okay. This Page of Wands is emerging from the Justice card. So something new is emerging. It's funny, the Page of Wands is very, very similar to the New Life card. If you look at it, this wand has burst through. It's probably burst through the energy of the Hermit, which means there's a lot of energy but new potential and new opportunities. This is for some of you something that you've really worked for, because it's with the Justice card. So you've worked really hard to manifest this energy of new beginnings, okay? For some of you, if that's not what the energy is about, some of you might have been seeking legal advice about something. The Page of Wands is a very hopeful energy, and it's a lot of hope about maybe there's a lot of potential. Maybe you found out there's more room to maneuver in a situation than what you first thought. Sorry, I'm losing my speech a little bit, Pisces. But this page emerges. I think for some of you, it's been something that you've been waiting on for a long time. Could be to do with relationships, because you've got this Knight of Wands heading towards you. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I'm really sorry, Pisces. The Knight of Pentacles tends to be an earth sign. Doesn't always have to be, but it's a very slow moving energy, but it's making its way towards you. So this could be some good news about finances. Moves very slowly, moves very cautiously, but it's moving. And the Page of Wands is emerging from the Justice card, which this is basically maybe some good energy that you've put into the world coming back to you. And I think it might come through relationships. There's one issue here, Pisces. There's always an issue, isn't there? The Four of Cups is a central issue. This cup is coming out from the sky, okay? Now, all the aces tend to represent gifts. Well, so they say, but in reality, we work for all the gifts. I'm not talking about physical labour. Sometimes I'm talking about bringing forward soul qualities. But we get this gift back to us. This gift's coming to you, Pisces, but all you're doing is staring at this cup. So what's this Four of Cups about? I have to say it's my least favourite card. And I don't think, there's no difficult energy coming through for you this week, Pisces. There's a lot of very slow, very methodical energy coming through though. And maybe that's where the Four of Cups is showing up. Can you clarify the Four of Cups, please? Okay. The Queen of Wands is here. You got two queens showing up, guys. Oh my God. So the Queen's energies are all very receptive, okay? So very much about mastering the inner plane when it comes to the Queens. The Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, and you've got the Two of Wands. So some of you might be at a classic fork in the road decision, okay? For some of you, it is about a couple of different people, but for others of you, this is a classic indecision, maybe about a relationship because of this cup with the Two of Wands, okay? Maybe unsure about the way forward because the Justice card does represent Libra, and Libra is about relationships. There's an uncertainty for some of you about the way forward. Some of you are attracting a whole new potential. There's a lot of new growth happening. Some of you, you've got these two queens showing up, okay? Again, this might be people, but it might more be about your energy. When queens show up in the deck, they really are about coming into a real sense of spiritual autonomy, spiritual authority. So mastering your own energy. So when the queens show up for me in a reading, I always get the person to start to question, how do I want to spend my time? What do I value? What do I want from my life? There's an awful lot of soul seeking going on here. And what I love the most is having two queens with the Hermit. It is very, very much, very, very deep energy and very, there's almost a huge revaluation happening. The Queen of Wands is about the life force and mastering our time, our life force, what we give our time to, our values to, even our money to, is really, really what the Queens are about. I think most of this soul seeking for some of you is about a relationship, because there's this energy coming forward to you, but you ain't picking that cup up, Pisces. And I think it's because there's a little bit of indecision, and I think that indecision is actually about, what have I got the enthusiasm for this? Do I want to give my time to this? Because what you give your time to is what you get. And our lives are so very, very precious. And there's something about this. This reading might only be for one or two people, by the way, but there's something very much about a lot of mastery going on. The challenge is that the Hanged Man is just about always a challenge in one way or another. Because again, the Hanged Man is about suspended animation. And that suspended animation for some people is a total nightmare. But Pisces, the Hanged Man is your card. which means we go against the Hangman when we try and control outcomes. We all do it. Yeah, we all do it. But because it's your challenge, you might be struggling with having such a big process of trying to reflect on your life, trying to get some decisions, trying to get some clarity. The outcome is the Ace of Swords, so clarity is coming. Yeah. Tell me more about the Hanged Man now. Why is the Hanged Man the challenge for Pisces? Settle down. You're going to just scream at me because of the Two of Wands. Some of you are very, very unsure about the way forward. I think for some of you this might be in a relationship. But for some of you, it could be everything. You know, when you get to those points in your life when you're just like, what do I want to give my time to? What do I really, really, really value? It's such a deep reading. And I'm not sure why things are so deep for you. I should have done a little bit of astrology beforehand. But I think some of you are classically at a Two of Wands regarding a relationship. For some of you, if it's not a relationship, it might be a legal matter. That you're seeking more clarity over. Or just your life in general. The Justice card is one of these breakthrough cards, and I'm going back to my astrology now. When you break through much more into being in right relationship. So being in right relationship with these two queens is very much of it being, what do I want? Again, I'm back to the same questions. What do I value? What do I want to share my precious life with? And the fact you've got two queens showing up, if you don't feel your life is precious, Pisces, then maybe that's where the work that needs to be done. The Ace of Swords is going to break through. The Ace of Swords is one of these double-edged swords because the truth shall set us free. You haven't got the Queen of Swords though, but a lot of people don't like the truth. Actually, most of us are terrified of it. But boy, when we stand in our truth, I have actually no words to actually describe how powerful it is yet. There you go. When you stand in your truth, you get to feel reborn. The Judgment card is the opposite side of the Death card. So it's about coming to the end of a cycle. And I think the cycle that you seem to be in, Pisces, is very, very much based on a lot of introspection about what you want this precious life to be about. There's an awful lot of clarity coming to you by the end of the week. And then the step forward is always going forward to implement that truth, which some of you might be doing already with that Justice card. Fascinating reading, Pisces. Don't be pushed into anything. Don't let anyone hurry you. Be very, very much in your power this week. And sometimes being in your power is just about, it's just about managing your energy and making decisions when it's the right time to make decisions for you. Not being hurried, not being controlled, just letting things unfold because they're going to unfold absolutely spectacularly, Pisces, okay? Love you lots, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye.